Hey, what's going on, guys? And good morning. And thank you for tuning in and listening to what I have to say. First off, thank you for contributing to a better lifestyle for yourself. The more we contribute to others, the more it'll come back to you in the end and for a better civilization in the whole, as a whole. Today, I just want to kind of go over briefly on some goal strategies. Some of you guys have picked a 6 week program, a nutrition program, along with our physical fitness program or our CrossFit program, or some of you guys are just doing it on your own or online. Here's a couple quick tips and goal strategies that I personally use. And the first thing is that whenever I go ahead and set a new goal or attempt a new goal, is I have to clearly define what it is. And I write it on a piece of paper and I clearly define it into 1 to 2 sentences and enough that when I read it, that it'll spark a little interest and keep the momentum rolling. Okay, so clearly defining what the goal is very important. And then the second thing to do, which is kind of under the same realm as that, is that you have to define why reaching this goal is important to yourself or to myself when I'm writing it for me. And it's very important. Another, quick 2 sentences that really sum up why it's so important for you to accomplish this goal and what it's going to do for you in the future, right? So uh, next, you have to stay focused. You have to read these 2 things every morning. Every morning, you got to read these 2 things: is what it is and why I want it, or why it's important to me. All right, this is very important parts of a goal strategy. The next thing you got to do is you got to stay focused on these 2 things. You got to stay focused. You got to know that this is what I'm attempting to do. It will take sacrifice, it will take dedication, but this is clearly what I am going to do. The third thing is plan your day. You must plan your day accordingly. Well, you don't have to do anything. Let's just be honest with each other, but it would be to your benefit, and it's what's helped me. Somebody that used to never plan compared to now planning my days, it's a game changer. I'm telling you. So it's as simple as wake up at 5 a.m. Right, morning blessings or count your blessings, giving thanks, morning prayer, food, out the door. Right. From there, what are you gonna, what time's your lunch? What are you gonna do for that? Your job? What things you must accomplish? All these different things where you're gonna fit in, your prepping, all this stuff. So plan your day out. At first, it used to take me about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and now it takes me 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes because all my days are kind of like that. Every the night before, that's what I do. Then I just follow the game plan, right? Um, it's not always going to be easy, and it's not always going to be perfect. It rarely is. But that's my next thing. The fourth thing is you have to expect chaos. You have to expect some sort of resistance within this journey of hitting this goal, of reaching this goal, because once you reach this goal, it's going to be like instant bliss, right? You're gonna have this feeling in yourself and this huge accomplishment, this feeling of accomplishment that's worth all the dedication and sacrifice. So you get it's a great return on your investment, right? So especially just like spiritually, mentally. So know that it's not going to be easy, right? Because with such great reward, there's got to be some things that go up and down, chaos, restriction, people in your life that aren't going to agree with what you're doing, or they're going to try to, temptation's going to be out there, right? With great risk or with great challenges and chaos comes great reward. So those are like those 4 little tips that I'll refrain. It's basically the word I'm trying to say is it's it's like reference for me. So even though maybe you already know this, right? If I write everything down, it's reference, reference, reference. So I'm always referring back to a game plan. And even when it says expect resistance, I'm like, I remember I wrote that down. There is going to be resistance. I'm identifying this as resistance. Don't quit. Don't quit, because that's what happens. And then you don't get this feeling of bliss and the accomplishment. So you deserve it. You deserve this for yourself. It's so good to contribute beyond yourself, but you must contribute to yourself first. Yep, that's my quick tips on some goal strategies. And thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day, guys.